My favourite sequence to film, and actually probably my favourite sequence in the film, if I can say that, is there's a long extended silent sequence with no dialogue that happens in a sort of unusual place in a film, sort of just into the first third, or towards the end of the first third into the second, where Jessie Buckley's character goes on a walk through woods and it starts to rain, and she finds a tunnel and she sings us some notes that then turn into a melody which is created by an echo, and she contributes to the melody, and then she leaves the woods and she ends up playing the piano, and it goes on and on and on, in a way that I hope is unself-conscious and isn't kind of drawing attention to itself as an extended dialogueless sequence, but it just naturally unfolds, and I loved shooting that stuff. I mean, I see myself as a writer more than a director, but oddly, my favorite filming experiences tend to be scenes without dialogue, so I loved that bit.
Yeah, it's such physical performance from Jessie as well, and that woman in the center of all of it is really amazing. What was the most challenging?
It was a hard shoot, start to finish, but it got harder and harder. We ended up shooting in basically summertime, where by a sort of quirk of weather, the nights were absolutely freezing. It was actually late spring, really, or early summer. The nights were really very, very cold. We even had snow on a couple of days, but they were also very short because obviously the nights get shorter during the summer months. And so we were trying to pack in huge shooting requirements in very brief amounts of time in the freezing cold. And I would get very worried about Rory because he was often wearing nothing. And there's a scene at the end where you can see steam rolling off his body, which looks fantastic on film, but it wasn't fun for him to shoot. We're all dressed in, big puffer jackets and hoodies and gloves and hand warmers, and he's got nothing. So that was hard to shoot. I was very worried about Rory in that section.